Welcome to Science for 5B. Please open your books and notebooks. Today we're going to see what is a life cycle. Copy this title on your notebook. A life cycle is a series of changes in the life of an organism. This is how an organism is born to the final part when it can reproduce. You can see here the life cycle of a plant. But today we will focus on the life cycles of animals. Copy this definition on your notebook. Life cycle makes that the organism change a little bit every time, every year, all its life. We begin with an egg or seed. Then we go for the birth, growth, and final adulthood when it can have their own babies or offspring. Copy this cycle on the left, the right on your notebook. Depending on this type, a young organism spends anywhere from a few minutes to many years growing or developing. This means that a living creature might need only a couple of minutes to adapt and live for itself, to some years or many years to finally be able to live on its own. When an organism reaches its final form and size, it's an adult. However, some animals, for example, can live alone while are still babies. During the adult stage, an organism is able to reproduce. Some organisms reproduce during their entire lives, others stop reproducing as they get older. Us humans stop reproducing when we get a certain age. The development is how an organism grows. There are two types of development. Indirect development, when there is intermediate larval stage occurs. The baby of the animal is not like the adult. For example, flies or butterflies. 2. Direct development. A young animal appears to be similar to the adult. Example, grasshoppers. Copy this on your notebook. Indirect development has two ways. An incomplete metamorphosis, for example, a crochet goes from being an egg to a nymph, which is a similar way to the adult crochet. 2. A complete metamorphosis, when the animal literally transforms into something very different from the beginning. Example, a caterpillar that goes through a pupa stage to become a full butterfly. Direct development is one of the most common things on big animals like mammals, fish, reptiles. You can see here, for example, how newborn seahorses look like their adult father, or how the bear cubs look like their mother. In this case, they only grow in size, but the appearance is very similar to the adult. As your homework, using construction paper, make one of these life cycles. Do the one that you like the most. This is all for today. See you next time.